Leduc is one of the fastest growing relocation hubs, giving buyers more home, more lifestyle, and more affordability. Most people who move to Alberta, they start by looking at Calgary or Edmonton first, right? That's kind of only natural, the two biggest centers. But depending on who you are and what your family situation is, these larger centers, they might be appropriate for you. But if you're looking for more of a small town feel with convenient access to those big city amenities, then I'm here to tell you why Leduc should be at the top of your list. If you don't know me, my name is Jesse Loader, and I run the Loader Group at Kick Realty here in Alberta. I help families, professionals, and investors relocate here every single year. And today I'm giving you the honest breakdown that you won't get from a tourism brochure. Leduc sits just south of Edmonton, and it's only minutes from the Edmonton International Airport. That location is one of the reasons why the city keeps growing. Logistics, industry, and employment. It's bustling here. It's also why the housing market here moves a little bit differently from other Alberta cities. So let's start with lifestyle, okay? This is one of the most important things when considering moving to a new province. Leduc has a population of roughly 40,000 people, but it feels smaller because it operates like a community-first city. A lot of great things here. One of the best is the Leduc Recreation Center. It's one of the nicest municipal facilities here in the region. There's arenas, indoor fields, gyms, pool with a rock climbing wall, massive fitness complex, running track, field house, all sorts of stuff. This is one of the main reasons that families choose Leduc. It gives your kids a place to burn energy 12 months of the year, even when the winters hit. It's really a hangout for a lot of the kids in the community. Summers here are busy too. There's multiple parks, pathways, sports fields, lakes, fishing ponds, outdoor events, and a very, very strong youth sports culture. And every sport, you name it, from hockey to dance to football to baseball to everything, right? Soccer, massive, massive parts of the community. And it's something that I personally support through a community partnership like Kids Sport Leduc. Now, let's talk about Commute, because this is why I think this is where most people underestimate Leduc. Leduc to South Edmonton, it's like 13 to 20 minutes by car, depending on exactly where you're going. To downtown, right? You want to go to an Oilers game, you're a little bit closer to 30 to 40 minutes, depending on traffic and weather. But if you work anywhere near the airport, Nisku, Beaumont, Devon, on the south side of Edmonton, your commute shrinks dramatically. We're talking like 5 to 20 minutes in most cases, depending on exactly where you're going. So if you're moving here for work, especially in logistics or the oil and gas industry, aviation, or any other industrial jobs, Leduc isn't close, it's strategic. Now next, let's talk about affordability. People moving here from BC, Ontario, and even parts of Quebec are often shocked by what Alberta pricing looks like. You can still find a 2-story detached home over 2,000 square feet in the $450,000 to $550,000 range. Now in many provinces, that price point barely buys you a condo. Here, that buys you space, parking, yards, and sometimes even a triple car garage. But affordability isn't just price, it's monthly ownership costs, right? So property taxes, utilities, insurance here, they're generally lower than major metro markets outside of Alberta. And unlike other provinces, we're very lucky here, there's no provincial land transfer tax. That alone can save buyers thousands at closing. But here's the important part. Affordability is also the reason demand keeps increasing, right? Migration into Alberta continues to influence pricing, especially around job corridors like this one. So if you're thinking of moving here, don't assume you have unlimited time. The best buyers, they move based on their affordability window, not rate predictions by the Bank of Canada or headlines in the newspapers. All right, now let's talk about the elephant in the room, winters. Alberta winters are real. Leduc gets cold. January, it often sits between about -8 to 10, all the way up to like -25. Most of our cold snaps only last for a week or two, but listen, the reality is it does get cold here. You just have to learn to embrace it, and there's lots of activities to do so. And homes here are built for it. Most locals, they plug in their car, garages are common, and new builds often include better mechanical efficiency and more insulation. Snow clearing is pretty consistent, the roads are wide, the communities are definitely designed for vehicles though. This is not a walk-only lifestyle type place, right? We're the prairies, big, wide open spaces. Now, I'm gonna talk about the biggest relocation mistake that I see. People often shop cities before they shop lifestyles, or they look at prices before they look at jobs, and they read headlines instead of mapping out commutes and looking at the different mortgage rule thresholds. So if you're moving here to Alberta in 2026, here's your checklist. Map your commute to work, not the city center. If you go on Google Maps and go Leduc to Edmonton, it's gonna tell you like 40 minutes. Nonsense. 13, you're in South Common with every amenity. Talk to a mortgage professional early because the stress test, it still applies, right? So you have to qualify at a higher amount than what your actual mortgage interest rate will be. If you're looking at new homes, because there's a lot of them here, you want to look at the move-in ready cost of a new build, whether that's new construction or a spec home, because oftentimes there's 20, 30, 40 grand extra you need to put into the home after you move in. Know your affordability window and don't let the calendar run the market. It is a bit of a seasonal market here, but it's still active all year round. Okay, so that's the honest breakdown of moving to Leduc here in 2026. If you're relocating to Alberta this year, please subscribe to this channel and comment below Leduc 2026. I'll send you my relocation checklist, neighborhood guides, closing cost estimate sheet, and anything else that you might need. I can be found on all social networks at Live, Love, Leduc. My name is Jesse with the Loader Group at Kick Realty, and we'll see you next time.